This was written the last night of a 3-week vacation, which ended on July 28, 2015. Because we are coming into so many changes, it feels like I need to put a date onto this. This is the last night of a very important initiation. I do not know what will happen, and the Arcturians will only say, "We don't know, you haven't created it yet." This vacation in the woods has been an amazing experience. It assisted me to be able to feel that something is different now, and those of us who want to know this fact can feel it. Some people will float in an unawareness as if they are asleep. In fact, they are asleep because they are asleep to the higher frequencies that is now swimming around them. They will awake to a different reality than the reality of those who have been able to accept that something is very different, but we won't know what until we create it. Those of us that can feel that way are the ones who have been serving others. We have created the reality in which this version of the planet is on the edge of a frequency reset. However, in order to know what frequency it is resetting to, we need to take a long look at the creative consciousness of humanity within this collective. Within this collective of humanity, we are moving beyond the polarities of good or bad or smart or dumb or rich or poor. Instead, we are releasing all these polarities. We are creating a now in which there is a great deal of creative attention on receiving that which is channeled from us. That is the us that we have not yet met. Yes, that us, that me, is our higher dimensional self. Arcturian, Palladian, Syrian, and more, Andromedan. All of our higher selves, our angelic self, our Elohim self, all of them are connecting with this particular collective consciousness in which we are realizing that we chose to incarnate so that we could pull together all of our alternate, simultaneous, parallel, past, future lives. All of our versions of ourselves. We are moving, and we're not coming back to where we are moving from. And so we are going into every cupboard of ourselves. We are going into the attic, we are going into the cellar, we are going into the garage, we are opening boxes. We are finding who we want to take and who we need to let go. And we need to let go of all of these third and fourth dimensional logins. A login is what we are called when we log into that third dimensional reality. Because it is a reality in which we log in as a candidate for return. We use the word return, because you will return this life pulse back to the One. And that is why it is all being collected, because all of it deserves to be returned to the One. Now, some will continue within the component of your self that is consciously moving into the higher frequency reset. But there are components of your beingness and of your myriad incarnations and of the components of yourself that still resonate to the fourth dimensional wheel of life and death, that we wish to return to the One. And so we are collecting them and asking them, would you like to return to the One? And we have to ask, because Earth is a free will planet. We are doing this because we are ready to petition for ascension. We have passed the first part in which we remember it's not about us. It's not about our personal life. It's about something much more important. This life, this incarnation, this beam down, this bilocation to Earth, that we're going back in and out, life, death, we need to turn around now and look inside of ourselves and see ourself. And see ourself in our home. And when we do so, we can love ourselves and love our home unconditionally. And this unconditional love is the key to the return. At first, we might think, oh, I did something wrong here, and oh, I did something wrong there. But then we realize that everything we did because we needed to learn something. And we did learn something. We stopped. We learned to stop in a moment. We learned to be in the process of something and instantly feel, wait, something is wrong. This energy field is not the energy field in which I wish to live. And so we stop and we look at the energy field and we say, did I create that energy field? And the answer is, of course. It is your energy field that you are seeing. But maybe it is not you personally, but it is you, the human beings. And as you move into your fifth-dimensional self, you will not have that separation between you personally and you, the person across the street, and you, the person in another country. You are one. You are one. You will be the group of the oneness returning to yourself. You realize that you took a physical form in order to be a portal opener and to allow your multidimensional consciousness to flow through the portal of your third-dimensional form and into the core of Gaia. And as you have done so, you have merged spirit into matter. We have merged spirit into matter. And you note that we and you have become one. The differentiation between saying we and saying you has no meaning, for we and you are one. And what you remember is to keep our portal opened, because we came for Gaia. In other words, we must expand our consciousness from personal consciousness to family consciousness to community consciousness to state consciousness, country consciousness, hemisphere consciousness, and into planetary consciousness. But that is not where ends. That planetary consciousness then keeps expanding into solar consciousness and galactic consciousness and universal consciousness. And it is then that we just begin to be ourselves. We came to open the portals of unity consciousness. These portals were closed by a collective consciousness that chose fear rather than truth. You might say that truth is not a thought or even an intention. Truth was a mental, and it is a loving, it is a decision to return home. And that is the truth. That truth of whether or not we are ready to return home. But where is home? What is home? And how can we get there? We spend lives after lives after lives trying to find home. We have searched this planet and that planet and other planets, and we followed saints and multidimensional selves, but we could not find the location of home. When finally we gave up looking out there for home, we had to accept that that which we had treasured, that which we had so wanted to remember so that we could fulfill it, we forgot. We forgot because we became lost in illusion. Now within that illusion, we have had long, beautiful, or horrible, or everything in between lives and journeys and plug-ins to the body of Gaia. And some of us forgot everything. That is everything beyond the lower fourth dimension. But now, more and more of us are remembering. At first, there was just a few of us that remembered. But now, the cakes are in the oven and will soon be ready. More and more. That treat, that sweet treat of remembrance is cooking its way, is being prepared. We are almost ready. And now we, your higher dimensional family, ask that you, who is a member of we, release our attachments to all that is past or all that may be future, and to live within the now. This now is such a sacred, important now. We do not want to miss a moment of it. Now, when this energy hits you, and it's not if, but when, you will instantly say yes or no. Yes is by being loving, and no is by being fearful. Within that millisecond that it is there, you will be within the now of the one. You will not have time to make a decision. You will just be yourself. You will just be love, or you will be fear. There is no judgment. It's just that love is yes and fear is no. Every perception that you have goes through an invisible filter, which is the state of your consciousness. And every thought, emotion, creation goes in to the filter of your consciousness. And this filter can take you into the second dimension, the third, the fourth, the fifth. And if you go into the second dimensional filter, then you're on flatland. There is no volume. If you go into the third dimension, then you go into must and should and guilt and have and time. And if you go into the fourth dimensional filter, you have creativity, great amplification of emotion. And if you go into the fifth dimensional filter, you have the truth. And the truth will set you free. But isn't truth different for everyone? Yes, the truth is different for every one of people. But remember, we have come for Gaia. And the truth of Gaia is it is her now. It is Gaia's now for us to serve as one to assist her. Gaia has almost sacrificed her life force, waiting for the keepers of the land, humanity, to unite and love her land free. But beloved Mother Gaia can wait no longer. She cannot heal her planetary David kingdom at this low frequency. Since humanity created this problem, then humanity must be the one to fix it, must be the one to help Gaia. Gaia needs you, we, to transmute our human form into our fifth dimensional light body of now. We have volunteered to lower our frequency into an earth vessel in order to assist Gaia. We are awakening now. There are those who have already awakened, but have become lost in the battle for truth. What we, those of us who are here for the truth, not our truth, but the truth, we are all so much more than we think we are. We are the portal openers, and within our portal is the truth of our light body and the truth of the light that we pull through ourselves and into the body of Gaia, into the core of Gaia, into her core crystals, so that we can assist her return, so that as we return, we assist her return, and as Gaia returns, she assists our return. And as we return, we realize that we are not alone. We are our full multidimensional self who resonates to our personal self, our family self, our community self, our state, our county, our hemisphere, our planet, our solar system, our galaxy, our universe is all one now. And we, you, are the creators of our reality.